Hello and welcome to Shopping East Tennessee on WTMB. Joe Palo with you today with my good buddy, Richie Hughes. We're here at the Holiday Inn Express, brand new Holiday Inn Express, located right here off Paul Huff Parkway. Beautiful, beautiful place. You need to come by and check it out. Those of you that live here in Cleveland, wonderful, wonderful place for different reasons we're going to tell you about here. First of all, Richie, thank you so much for being with us, man.
Thank you, Joe. We're glad to have you guys here today.
This is an incredible Holiday Inn Express. Now, you know, the wonderful thing about it is we have it now located here in Cleveland. And the new addition to our community, brand spanking new. Let's talk about this, how it came to be, talk about the different suites and rooms that we have. First of all, how did it come to be?
Well, it's actually a dream of my father's.
Okay.
He was working on this while I was still living in Atlanta. He loves the hotel business, loves doing things to help people and serve the community, obviously, as a city councilman, but also he loves serving the community, has lived here for almost 50 years, Joe, and has just done everything from Lee University to Bradley High School to hospitality, and he loves hospitality. So we were living in Atlanta and had some different options that we were doing business-wise and ministry-wise, and he said, hey, come home and help me, and just felt like the right time. So we came home and obviously built what we believe to be the best property for people to stay in Cleveland right now, the Holiday Inn Express.
And it is. It's just incredible. My wife, Kim, her aunt and uncle had an opportunity to stay here, and they were just floored by just the beauty of it. And, you know, the fact that it's new really isn't the reason for that. It's the way that it's laid out, it's the way that it's decorated, and thanks to your lovely mom, Brenda, and wife, Stephanie, to put it all together. Folks, like I said, if you're in the area, you need to stop by. Just you give them free tours, right?
That's right.
Free tours?
Absolutely.
Just incredible, and we're going to tell you some of the amenities here for those of you that are traveling, that need a place to stay, corporate companies that have people coming in town for different reasons, seminars, conferences. This is the place to come and stay. First of all, the rooms are they're nice, beautifully decorated, as we said, and very affordable. And everybody knows Holiday Inn is like an icon in the hotel motel industry in our country, and has been for many, many, many years. And it just goes without saying, because everything is always up to snuff. It's always just the top of the line in anything I think the Holiday Inn does. And of course, your dad and yourself. I know the Mountain View Inn was the first, and then of course now that we have this here, this is just, it's beautiful, and you need to come, as I said, check it all out. Now, there's 88 rooms.
Correct. And
then there's 35 suites. What's the difference in just the regular room and then the suite?
Well, a lot of differences. Well, first of all, every room has a microwave and a fridge. So if you check in and you want to stay in the room that night, we don't have a full-service restaurant for room service, but you can bring in anything you want and take care of yourself. You don't have to go out to eat. But secondly, the difference is we have 11 different room types. Okay. So we have different suites among the suites and different standards among the standards. But, you know, some rooms have 2 queen beds, which is an upgrade. Most have 2 double beds. Okay. But we went on and did 2 queen beds. One of the things that we did too, Joe, which I personally was very excited about, is we went 2 grades above standard level on bedding. You know, when you go somewhere to stay, you want to sleep. Most people don't go, you know, they don't care about the hotel. They just want a good bed.
Right.
So we went 2 grades above on bedding, made the rooms with 2 beds, both are queens, not doubles, to have extra room. But, you know, some rooms have 2 flat screen TVs, sitting areas off to the side, and we'll show you some of those different suites as we progress through the show. But we've just got all kinds of different options to service people. You know, some people need an adjoining room for their children. So you've got all kinds of different options. We tried to think of every possible configuration for the rooms.
And what's so funny, you mentioned about the bedding. Now, as I mentioned, Kim's aunt and uncle stayed here. They didn't know that coming in, but when we came to see him here, came to the room to visit, first thing they said, lay on the bed. You got to lay on the bed. And I did, and I didn't want to get out of the bed.
Right.
Yes, talk about comfort. My goodness. And then, as you said, they're queens. It's just when it's a homey feel, but it's so. What I'm gonna say, it's just so. Everything. In fact, being new, obviously, is very pristine, but just the idea of how the room is laid out, you just feel at home. It's like you come to stay and you really don't want to leave. But there's a lot of reasons for not just the wonderful bed, but this is what's exciting to me. You got a full hot breakfast buffet featuring the Holiday Inn trademark sweet rolls, which of course, if you've tried a Holiday Inn sweet roll, and they've got them here, and you've got a full hot breakfast buffet. Is that every day?
Every day. Every day. We've got gravy, biscuits, sausage, pancakes.
Oh my goodness.
The trademark, as we mentioned earlier, the trademark cinnamon rolls that are really, really good. They would fatten me back up, and you too. You know, you look so great. But you know, we got to keep you out of here. Can't let you get into that buffet.
No.
You know, full assortment of juices and coffees and you know, anything that you could want, a cold cereal bar and fruit and all the different things. So, you know, those people that stay here, included in the rate is that breakfast for every guest that stays here. And that's not, you know, every hotel doesn't offer that.
No, they don't.
A lot of them offer a nice sweet roll and a cup of coffee. But
and a bagel.
This goes way above that.
Right, yeah. And those of you that have stayed in different places, and people will rave about that. Oh, I had a great content. I had a nice little, some cereal, a bagel, a nice bagel, and some juice. But this, folks, we're talking about a full hot breakfast buffet, which, you know, James and I, our mouths are salivating here. We may come. We may just stop in tomorrow just to see it, just to look at it. Yeah, just to look at it. Now, along with that, so you get done with your breakfast and you're thinking, well, I need to walk. No, you don't need to walk.
Right.
The latest in fitness equipment featuring Precor elliptical, treadmills, and bikes.
Right. And you know, the Precor name is not a household name because you can't get it for residential use.
Okay.
It's such a commercial grade. Again, we went, I like to work out. I know you do too. I like to work out, but I don't want to get on something cheap. I don't want the treadmill to have seams all in it and it skip around. Precor is the #1 commercial workout fitness equipment.
Okay.
So again, didn't have to do it that way, but you know, when people come in, again, they want to stay healthy, they want to eat well, and they want a good bed. So we went a little bit above and beyond in the workout room, and I personally like that room myself. As you know, because if you eat over there at the breakfast bar, you've got to go over here and run it off.
Yeah, you got. And we're probably showing you a shot of that right now. You can see how beautifully this is laid out. Another very interesting, very exciting thing for me: 37-inch flat screen high-def television, and that's in every room. Every room.
Every room has at least one. Several of the suites have two, because as I mentioned earlier, they have a sitting room off to the side. So, you know, I know you and Kim probably don't watch the same show. You're probably watching soap operas and she's watching basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I get that right, or is that
backwards? You got it right. Yeah, that's it.
So you have the opportunity to watch two different things in the room if you're in one of the suites. But you know, they're flat screens. They're the latest high-def TVs. You know, you know, when you go out and you're out of town and you don't want to miss your favorite ball game or your favorite show, and you certainly don't want to watch it on a fuzzy old fashion TV. So the beauty of being new is we went ahead and got the best new latest, which will probably be outdated in how long, you know, the way technology works. But we've got the latest, greatest for 2012.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, you need to, of course, you're probably looking at these TVs now, right? That's bigger than the one I have at the house, you know, and of course my son always comes up and says, Dad, I feel so bad when I come watch TV with you over here. Look at this TV. I said, well, then go get me a nice one.
Right.
You know, I mean, don't complain, just go buy me a nice one. Now, we move on here as well. You've got an excellent outdoor living area, complete with an oversized swimming pool that you're probably seeing now, and a lounge area.
Right.
Now, do all Holiday Inn Expresses have a pool like this?
Most of them have a pool. I think, you know, the difference is in years past, swimming pools were larger. When we were growing up, they had diving boards and had slides. The liability now has everybody so spooked. But we did build a larger than required swimming pool too, because we feel like, you know, people want to come and unwind. We did do some really nice patio furniture. People come at, you know, if they've been working all day and they're traveling, they've been working at one of the corporations around here, it's a nice place to go. Take your laptop. We have 16 hotspots in our building for wireless internet. So they can go out, take their laptop, and just unwind poolside, and we feel like it's a beautiful area.
Oh, it is, and you're seeing that. you see exactly what we're talking about right now. We're moving on, and let's talk here the large state-of-the-art meeting rooms. Now, this is, you know, corporations we talk about, but not just corporations, churches, civic groups, people, anniversary parties, graduation parties, wedding receptions. Look at some of these rooms we're talking about. Latest in technology, HDMI projector with drop-down screen, seating up to 80. So that in itself is a great amenity to have.
Well, we're excited about that too. And, you know, we mentioned technology again. Interestingly enough, the first meeting that I tried to have in there, I had to call the installer of the technology because it's so far, you know, it's like the iPhone 15.
Right.
It's so far out there in front of what I'm accustomed to, you know. And he came in and he plugged 2 things in. He said, "You're ready to go." But, you know, it is the latest, greatest with the best receivers and the drop-down technology. We've got a 60-inch LED TV on the wall in there. So, you know, you can do all the PowerPoints, all the presentations, everything that you want to do technically, you can do right here in our hotel.
What we need to do, Rich, is we need to like plug the dish in there, and then you and I can come on that 60-inch and watch the Magic games.
I'm ready.
Together.
I'm
you know
ready.
What I'm saying?
That's a plan.
All right. Because Richie and I both believe black and blue, Orlando Magic fans.
Right.
So, all right, now, we talk about this. Somebody wanting to maybe reserve reserve the meeting rooms, what do they need to do? How far out in advance do they need to maybe call, or what do they need to do?
Well, advance is always great, but even last minute, if it's available, we want to use it.
Okay.
You know, we built the hotel. Dad's vision for the hotel is to serve the community.
Sure.
We wanted a nicer, upscale, and you know, Holiday Inn, we went above and beyond in that. The 2-story lobby, for example, is a big upgrade, and you should have seen Mom and Stephanie collaborating, because you know there's a few years gap there, but they did so well, you know, in their styles and tastes, and I think that is reflected in the furnishings and the colors and all the things. But you know, the 2-story lobby is beautiful, and it's one of those things that you can host guests and feel good about. Our business center, I feel like, is state of the art. But they can call 423-790-1199 and book anything we have directly, and we would prefer that.
Okay.
You know, 1-800-HOLIDAY is the reservation line.
Right.
You can go online and make reservations as well, but we're into customer service and personal touch. So we would prefer customers to call us at that 790-1199 number. Let us get to know you so we can service your needs ourselves.
Okay. Now, the physical address, we said Paul Huff, but what's the physical address?
4355 Holiday Inn Expressway.
Which is right off of Paul Huff.
That's correct.
So, and you can't miss it. You see it up on the hill, and again, it's probably now one of the most beautiful buildings in our community, as you can see as you drive by. Newly built with all the amenities we're talking about. Great rates, fabulous rates. Now, do you offer senior discounts?
Yes, there's a AAA rate.
Okay.
There are discounts that are in the system simply because Holiday Inn mandates that.
Okay.
So AAA has a rate. You know, several of the corporations that do 1,000 room nights a year, they call and say, here's what we're going to do, and we call Holiday Inn and they tell us what we can and can't do rate-wise.
Right.
But we feel like our rate is extremely competitive because it's the base rate for a mid-scale hotel, and we feel like we've built better than a mid-scale hotel.
Yeah, you have. It's incredible, folks. You need to come out. You need to see it for yourself. Again, tours are free. So make your way out here. Again, if you have any type of a civic group or any type of maybe, like I said, a graduation party, anniversary party, whatever it may be, a gathering for at least 80 folks, this is the place to come. Reserve your room. Again, all the high-tech features you need as far as televisions and the drop-down screen, and then we talk about the fitness equipment, and you see that as well. So it's a great place to come stay, spend a weekend. You know, when Kim throws me in the doghouse, where do you think I'm going to come now? Here. So and then when she invites me back home, I say, no, Kim, I think I'm still in trouble. I need to stay another week. So
we've got a honeymoon suite for you guys after you make up too.
Wonderful.
With a large gable room. We'll show you that picture. But
okay.
That's the honeymoon suite where you and Kim make up. You can come and see us, so we can service both sides of the fire.
There you go. I'm afraid I'd probably be in the honeymoon suite by myself. But yeah, it's a beautiful place, and again, you need to stop by and see it. It's Holiday Inn, 790-1199.
Correct.
Is the phone number. Reserve a meeting room, make a reservations, or 1-800-HOLIDAY INN.
1-800-HOLIDAY.
Holiday to reserve, get yourself a room reserved here. Bring your friends, families come, mother-in-laws. This is the place to set them up. Holiday Inn, located on Holiday Inn Expressway.
Correct.
Right off of Paul Huff Parkway here in the heart of Cleveland. Richie, thank you so much, man, for having us out here. I do appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
All right, folks, come by and see Richie and all the great folks here at the Holiday Inn Express, and you will not be disappointed, I promise you. For Shopping East Tennessee on WTMB, I'm Joe Palo.